For Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coach Chat. Once again, joined by Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball coach Tyler Kerr. And Tyler, yesterday you guys find out you make a bid for the national tournament, the USCAA. It's the second straight year you guys made it. Talk a little bit about that moment and what it was like finding out you made the tournament.
The biggest thing was relief. You know, when you lose in the conference tournament like that, you know it's kind of out of your hands at that point. You don't get the guaranteed bid. And for the seniors, wanted them to have maybe a couple more games. So a lot of relief, a lot of excitement. It was pretty cool to get the 6th seed and to get a first round bye. So, it was exciting.
And heading into the national tournament, a lot of tough competition in the national tournament. Obviously, all the teams are good. How do you go in there knowing that you're as good as these other teams and knowing the competition that you're going to face?
Well, really, seeding means nothing. Whether you're the 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, doesn't really matter. If I've been at this tournament now, this will be my 6th year going back to when I played, and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I've seen 1 seeds lose early on. I've seen 8 seeds make it to the semifinals or the finals. A lot of crazy stuff. So, the biggest thing is just worrying about the opponent that's in front of you, not worrying about seeding, not worrying about anything other than the one game that, we have in front of us, and trying not to look ahead. And there's a lot of games going on, a lot of stuff going on that you kind of got to block out and not pay attention to, and try to be the more focused team.
And for you guys, you talked about that loss in the semifinal round of Penn State Wilkes-Barre. What do you take from that game that you're going to improve on as you go into this national tournament?
Got to be more hungry. Wilkes-Barre did a great job. They came out. They were more energetic than us. I think we were a little bit flat to start the game. I thought Wilkes-Barre did a great job of having energy and enthusiasm, and they really were the aggressors. They came after us, and did everything they were supposed to do in the first half and got a big lead. And then, I was proud of the way my guys fought back. We got it tied up at 58 at one point in the second half. We battled all the way back from 16 down, showed a lot of poise and a lot of determination, but at that point in the game it was too late. We didn't have enough to finish. We had enough to get there, but we didn't have enough to finish the game. If we wouldn't have dug ourselves a 16-point hole, things might have been different. But that's the biggest lesson for us is we can't take anything lightly, and we can't come out in the first half and lay back and relax. We have to be the aggressive team and go after them.
Currently joined by head men's basketball coach at Penn State Greater Allegheny, Tyler Kerr. And Tyler, looking at the tournament bracket as a whole, there's 4 Penn State University Athletic Conference teams in it. What does that say about the conference and how much competition there really is in the PSUAC?
It's great for the conference. I mean, I remember this happening 1 or 2 other times that 4 teams got in, and it really does show you that the PSUAC, I think, in my opinion, is the toughest conference in the USCAA. From top to bottom, 1 through 10 is insanely tough competition, and any given night, anybody can beat anyone. I mean, if you look at some of the teams like Du Bois that didn't make the PSUAC playoffs but beat us and Brandywine, and then at the same time lost to Scranton. It just shows the diversity and what can happen. It's kind of crazy. I mean, any given night, anyone can win. And like I said before, I think the Final Four this year was the best Final Four I've ever seen. The most talent, the toughest games to win. And kudos to Brandywine for winning it. But that was a tough Final Four.
You guys will play in the quarterfinal round. Your first opponent's the number 3 seed Villa Maria, a team from New York. What have you seen in their scouting report and their film that you're going to game plan against?
They're veteran. They've been there before. They went to the tournament last year just like us, and they lost to Berkeley same way we did. So we're very similar. I think they're a little bit bigger at some positions. They're somewhat similar to Wilkes-Barre in the way their guards are strong and the way they move the ball. They have a great shooter. They have decent bigs. They're well coached by one of the best coaches ever to do it in the USCAA. So it's going to be a tough task, but we got to be up for it.
And mentioned it's your second straight year in the USCAA tournament. Last year you guys lost to Berkeley, as you said, in the semifinal round. What did you learn from that experience that you're going to take into this tournament here a year later?
The best thing about last year was we won a first-round tournament game, and we went into that game very determined. And it was a 4-5 game, and it could have gone either way. And we executed the game plan beautifully, and we really, really were hungry to go get that win. And the biggest thing I take from that going into this year is we need to do the same thing. We need to be focused on that first game. That's all we need to be worried about. We need to worry about the game plan and then go and execute it, because you can't get to the semifinals without getting through the quarterfinals. So last year, winning that first round game, proving to our vets that we can win a game at the tournament, that helps a lot. But at the same time, I thought we played well against Berkeley, and we were right there with them for most of the game. So the thing I take away from that is, again, seeding isn't all that important at the USCAA. It's more about matchups and things like that, but anything can happen. So I think we should be confident, not overconfident, but we should be confident going into the tournament.
Thanks, Tyler, and good luck in the tournament next week.
Thank you.
For Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.